Greetings gamers, this is Dvang. Welcome back. We have a special episode here for you. We have an unboxing video. This is for the Sentinels of the Multiverse Oblivaeon Kickstarter. So, it is a huge package. This video, is not going to show you the full breadth of it. This box is 56 by 5 centimeters by 41 centimeters by 39.5 centimeters, almost 10 kilograms. It is a beefy box. So let's see what we get. As I open this up here. So for those who are not all that familiar, Sentinels of the Multiverse is a cooperative card game based on superheroes by Greater Than Games. So, what do we got in here? We have, so there is the actual Oblivaeon box. Very cool. We have a separate pack of cards with some additional characters. So there's the Luminary. Let's see what else is in that. We have the Stuntman, who is a hero mini expansion. Okay, we have Benchmark, so another hero. All right, we have, looks like, bigger expansion, so it's a couple more heroes. Writhe, Idealist, Mainstay, and Dr. Medico. Alright, so this is the team mini expansion. Okay. There's still more, plenty more. We have the Sentinels, it's like anniversary collection. Villain collection, so it's a complete foil oversized villain collection. So, foil being the oversized, kind of shiny, some different artwork, very spiffy looking. Alright, we have the complete hero variant pack, pretty thick. So finally all in one place. Collection contains all of the variants and promos ever made for Sentinels of the Multiverse. And now, sorry folks, we still have this huge, I mean, we barely tipped the scales on what's in here. I think, as I recall, there was a case/box for it, and I wonder if that is what is everything here. Give me a moment to take this out. Get that on here. So, pretty beefy box for this. And dun dun dun, Sentinels of the Multiverse. Let's break this thing open. See what goodness. Alright, Sentinels of the Multiverse Ultimate Collector's Case. Decorated with beautiful art and elegant design. The interior of the case features trays in the top for tokens, rulebooks, and more, and drawers for oversized cards. So, this is pretty awesome. So the question is, though, where is the opening? Down here at the bottom. Kind of pulls up. Ooh, and look, that's pretty cool. It's got, I mean, even artwork's on the flaps. That is pretty nice. Love their artwork. All right, so all right, so there's a top tray. If I can get this to pull out, I'm trying to be gentle with it. All right, maybe we'll start with the bottoms. All right, so yeah, actual trays that slide in and out for cards. So they are actually labeled. I don't know if you can actually see that. I didn't notice it was kind of facing away towards me, away from me towards the camera. But there are actual labels on each of these drawers. So we have heroes and variants. We have villains, and then we have villains and environment. So kind of two trays for for villains. Try to get you some better looks there. All right, and then next here we've got oversized villains and tokens. You can keep the tokens in there. And then over here we have another tray for heroes. And the top one isn't labeled, but I'm assuming that's just for mostly for more tokens, as they kind of said in rule books, would be my guess. So yeah, everything besides that. Ooh, there's stuff in one of them. All right. They had some hidden goodness in here. If I can get it, there's some foam. There we go. Boom. All right, so they have dividers for you for each of the drawers. So nice. Dividers for each of the trays. So you got, you know, environments and villains and heroes. Right. Yep. And there's a third box because this goes back pretty. This goes back pretty deep. Yep. So here are the villain ones. Oh, and there's a fourth slot. This is like Christmas. All right, and some more heroes. There. So nice. This will certainly be extremely handy for this game. There is a lot for those who haven't played this much. There is a lot for this game. All right, and okay. There we go. Ta-da! All right. Ooh, and it even comes with brand new tokens for the game. So very nice. So effects tokens, basically. A new booklet for hero and villain comparisons. So I would imagine we'll have to take a look at that more quickly. And then a new hero card for Guise. Guise is kind of like the Deadpool of the Sentinels of the Multiverse genre world. So he's a funny character who can kind of duplicate other people's cards and do things like that. So very cool, very nice. Certainly high production quality. Again, just so much in here. Let's take a look in more detail at some of these packs and stuff as we open them. Alright, here we are. So we're going to take a look at some of the components now. So here we have the Hero and Villain Comparison book. Alright, so it starts off, again, for those who aren't too familiar with Sentinels. So they are actually, it's really nice. So they, even in the main game, the base game, they listed each of the heroes and kind of how complex they are. And they're also, each hero has their own icon, which is used for the villains to compare, and basically each hero has a nemesis. Each hero and villain have a nemesis, which gives them bonuses against that hero or villain. But anyway, but the really awesome thing is the complexity. So how complex the hero is to learn to play, basically how complex their mechanics are, if they do lots of, if they're pretty straightforward, or lots of, misdirection and lots of redirection of cards and effects and things like that. So that has all the heroes. So here is a list of all of the villains. Okay, villain comparisons. All right, and then Skion convenience. We'll have to see. I don't know much about those. Those are something new with Oblivaeon. All right, and then so this is something they didn't have previously, was for the environment. So now they show the complexity of the environment and how difficult it is, which is going to be pretty good. I mean, I have a certain idea for some of them. Very nice. All right, and of course, I said, love their art, and they do actually have a role-playing game and some board games based in this same world. Okay, so now we have the new hero, Luminary. Okay, and Luminary has an empowered attack where she's going to deal some lightning damage equal to the number of devices in play, so that will be good against some others. In fact, actually, this is not just Luminary, this is actually just a hero pack of hero cards, so you know, character cards. So these are going to be different starting abilities, different starting powers. So each hero has their own deck, which the deck is pretty static. They haven't come out with any expanded deck cards, but each hero has a starting power, a starting ability, and they have different cards. They've come out with variant cards for each of the heroes. So you can see, so here's Captain Cosmic, and they have different art and different powers. Different heroes can play very differently based on their main power, because you do tend to use your main power for a good portion of the game. All right, that's cool. All right, so next we have actual Stuntman. So this looks like this is actually probably his actual deck. So these packs, they come with a divider for them, for when you're using them. Let me open this up. Okay, so you can see, so back of the card is the deck for Stuntman, and it comes with a base, sorry, I'm doing this upside down, base hero card, and then we said we have new variants which will give him different powers. So he starts with, I can't pronounce it, it's in French, I'm assuming, but he deals one target, one irreducible projectile damage, and increases that damage by 2 when this power is used outside your turn, which is an interesting effect, because there are ways to allow other players to use powers outside their turn. So that's pretty nice. All right, yeah, and he looks like he is a French superhero, because all of the card names, I don't know if you can see that, how well you can see that, but all of the card names, card titles are, well, not all of them, but a good portion of the Embuscade, you know, so certainly French there. All right, so very cool. I have to take a look. I'm not sure exactly what his kind of primary means of playing is as a superhero. Again, each superhero kind of has their own, you know, are they a damage dealer? Are they a support character? That sort of, are they a tank? All right, and so now here is Benchmark, which is a new hero. There he is, kind of got some sort of powered suit. If I can get off the glare there. And his ability is the new standard. He gets to draw a card. He then deals one target, 1 energy damage. All right, so a little bit of damage, a little bit of card draw. Card draw is always good. Yeah, it kind of looks like he goes into the Matrix. Very kind of robo suit person, not quite like an Iron Man, but certainly very cool. Again, great art. One of the things I love about this game is that the bottom of every card, again, not sure you'll see it very well, but bottom of every card they have these quotes for each card, individual to each you know, card type, that generally references you know, a comic in the Sentinels universe, which has not actually been written, but it's very cool because they all kind of tell a story, even though they haven't actually been written. All right, and then we have the complete hero set. Okay, big, thick. So these are number heroes. Now, there are multiple cards for each hero. So, for example, Legacy has 3 cards. You know, Bunker has like 4 cards. But still, this is going to be your variety of cards of heroes they get to choose from. Because again, as I said, even though there's multiple for a hero, having the starting ability different is going to allow the game to play a little bit different. If your starting power is something that deals damage, you know, that will give you one kind of experience, especially early in the game. If it's one that, like, you know, defends people or causes you to draw cards or has some other kind of effect, then that's going to be a different sort of game. So, very cool. Lots of cards here. Okay. And we do have, of course, we have the team. So this is an interesting kind of thing that they did for these guys. So you have 4 heroes, kind of like sidekicks, who basically combined are all one hero. So you have Dr. Medico, you have Mainstay, you have the Idealist, and you have Writhe. And they kind of each, you've got kind of your tank, your healer, your support, your card draw. I mean, so you got all of them, but they're 4 characters, so they have fewer hit points than a normal character, but combined they kind of have the same, around the same hit point as them. So very, very cool. Actually, let me take that back, because we certainly have that, but it does look like they gave them now they're all, in fact, in this, they now have their own deck. So here's a deck for Mainstay. And he has his own card. So it looks like beyond the fact that you can use them that way, it looks like they also gave them, you know, a Dr. Medico, you know, has his own, you know, his own deck. So it actually looks like they made them, again, have to check the rules for Oblivion, but it looks like it gave them their own decks as well, so they can be played as full-on heroes. So they have graduated from that. All right, now we have the villain oversized cards, which are extremely useful. Now, so the villains originally had a number of cards, had 2 cards that were each the size of those hero cards, right? So for their rules, they had those 2. All right, so look at that. Isn't that just pretty? So it folds open. Bam. All right, character card booklet contains Oblivion villain character cards. All right. Oblivion. 10,000 hit points. That's pretty awesome. He's got a 180 hit point version. And he's got a 120 hit point version. Haven't really looked into them yet, but we'll take a look. I'm not sure what that 10,000 hit point one does. There's like a countdown something, so that will be interesting to play against. All right, and then we have the oversized character cards. So you can kind of see this. So these are big. They're not even like tarot card size. They are bigger than that, but they have all of the information. So originally, this was 2 kind of poker-sized, you know, standard hero cards, where they kind of had 2 different information on it. So they had one that had like just the rules, and then they had another that had kind of the picture with some of the basic like setup rules. So there was like the setup, and then there was one that had like the turn. And then of course, but the cards are also double-sided because almost all of them have different effects on each side. So anyway, again, you can kind of see there are a couple duplicates, but there are a lot of different villains to choose from. So it's a very customizable game for how you want to play. Very awesome, very cool. There's so much going on here. And what do we got? We have, all right, so we have Oblivion itself. So here's the rule book, decent size. Most of the rules for the standard game are actually on the card. There are a few rules like play power draw, where you know that's the turn order. You play a card, you use a power, and then you draw a card, and that's the basics of the hero turn. And the effects, what happens is pretty much all on the cards. But this is Oblivion, so it has like a big setup diagram. That'll be interesting to figure out. I don't know if that's any different or not. Looks like some of it might be for a couple different setups. Of course, it gives you turn order, turn layout. What else? Yeah, and then of course, another awesome thing that they do, bios. So every hero and every villain gets a bio. So it's a short, a paragraph about kind of how they came to be and sort of what's important to them. Often, for example, they like, who their who their nemesis is. So, you know, you got the Luminary, who is Ivan Grigori Romanat. Commonly known as the villainous mad scientist Baron Blade, has faced the heroes of the multiverse in countless conflicts, each time with a new plot that is as dangerous to the Baron as those around him. However, with Oblivion's assault on this reality, the Mad Baron must put aside his long-standing enmity with the heroes. Baron Blade has learned much from his conflicts with the heroes, and his inventions have never been better. He now takes the name of Luminary, standing alongside powerful heroes to show them the true might of his brilliance. And so on. So, perfect. Very nice. Standard of this. And then, so it comes with a comic. They actually made an Oblivion comic. So, about the battle with Oblivion. I'm just going to show you just a smidge here. Can't give it away, but I mean, the artwork here is awesome. It's in the great standard of even the regular traditional comic books. All right, some new tokens. 1,000 hit point tokens, I'm assuming. All right, some things for special for Oblivion. All right, what have we got? We have some new heroes. Lifeline. Not sure who else is here. I got some new. We've got some new. We've got Luminary for Adamant as a new location. So, who else do we have? We have the Harpy. So, one of the things that Oblivion has done is because, I should say, the Oblivion box storyline, it has, you know, some similarities to regular comics, but the Oblivion villain has arrived, and as such, other villains that are close to, that are on Earth have kind of joined forces with the good heroes, so they become heroes in order to fight Oblivion. So, you can see the Harpy. So the Harpy was the matriarch as a villain, and now you get to play her as a hero. Similar to the Luminary was Baron Blade, who was a villain. You have a couple others, and of course, obviously, again, more. See that? You have some more different locations. I'm not going to get too deep into those. I'm sure they will come out eventually for people who want to watch some gameplay eventually. Not just myself, I'm sure other people will be playing them. So, I'm not going to go too deep. There is the Scion deck, Scion, however you want to pronounce that, I'm not sure, but we'll have to figure out what those rules are. Oh, and I wonder what these are. Aeon Men? Those some other enemies, or actually, no, you know what? They're probably Oblivion henchmen or something like that. And they're, of course, Oblivion cards, which are very cool. I really like the backs of those. I'm assuming that is his deck of nasty beat up on the hero cards. All right, and then you have Akash, who again used to be a villain, kind of a giant tree nature demigod kind of thing, and now it looks like you get to play her as a hero. That's funny. So one of the locations you can do is Champion Studios in sunny San Alonso. So you can play at the movie set, probably where they're making the Sentinels movie. Nice. All right. Getting close to the end, but that was still a lot of stuff. All right, and then we have some Oblivion character card booklets, and then obviously some big Oblivion cards. Ooh, there's a couple other enemies in here. Too much shine. I apologize for the lighting. Get something so it's there. And then they have certainly some more. Scions Reserve Scion. Sure. And then some. This is kind of a. And that's their background for each of them. So it looks like Oblivaeon might actually have some underling villains that you have to beat up when you face them. So that looks like that's what those are. All right. And I think that's it. I mean, there's certainly some little pieces here, like the tokens and stuff, that I'm not going to bore you with. But thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.